such activities with plenty of workshops. So I think it's a good opportunity to try. Even if we did not win, at least we will see our weaknesses and what are the things that we have to strengthen in our proposals or reports. I don't know. What about you? Would you like to participate in this? I think Hashim is already have the will to participate, but what about you, Abdulrahman and Basil?
I mean, sure. Why not?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, as a
And we already
startup, yeah, as a startup later, yeah, we would like to maybe expand the product as a product, the application as a product with some additional nice features that the parents would like to see, like some more controlling over their kids' mobile phones, the types of links that they can connect to YouTube, for example, applications that can be installed. I've seen this in many applications, but it's nice to see it in our own product. Maybe tracking, GPS tracking, location tracking, notifications, more alarms to have. This is from commercialized product perspective. From research, we are already on the track. Maybe I think I shared with you the link to the data sets. I don't know if you have time to download it. Did you check my email, the latest email with the
Yeah, we
papers?
received the email with the research papers.
Uh-huh. Did I share
Yeah.
with you the dataset link?
I don't think so.
Okay. Okay. So allow me to share my screen. Hi, Hashim. How are you?
Good, Professor. How are you, Professor?
Yeah, I'm fine. Alhamdulillah. Everything is good. Okay. So
Alhamdulillah,
I
Professor.
shared with you an email with like 4 maybe papers so you can study together, read together. I know maybe you will find difficulties. That's fine. Maybe later we can meet with you to explain some or to give you summary about these publications. But the idea that I would like you to start involving in writing a research paper that can be submitted to a conference. First of all, I would like you to read and try to summarize as much as possible the idea behind the paper, what type of attacks they targeted to solve, what techniques they have used, things like this. Yeah, try to summarize each paper within one, let's say one paper, one page. And then after that, we can meet. The output of this scope is expected to be a paper like the one that I submitted or sent to you in the email, like 5 to 6 pages with abstract, keywords, introduction, literature review summary, proposed work, some details, and then the results. Okay, so we're going to write about the application, the cloud database that we have, the data that we have collected, and then the type of AI model that we choose to analyze the data and build our model to classify and detect the intrusion. And then we might write something about this one that I would like to share with you. So me and Dr. Kivzer met and talked about the data set that we are collecting. Yani I'm sure that you are already trying to collect data from users in 2 types of data samples. One of them is the normal behavior of a user who uses applications or mobile applications without any malicious malware, but and other types of samples that have malicious applications on the cloud. Now, we discussed that in case we don't have enough number of collected records and samples on the cloud, why not to test our AI model on one of the standard data sets that are known and used in the literature. So here, this is one of the data sets, well-known data sets gathered by the Canadian Center. And this data set includes about like 17,000 or 13,000 samples of features collected. And these features are classified into 3 main types: manual data entered about the intents, permissions, etc. Some dynamic observed behavior, including the behavior of callbacks, etc. And then network traffic already collected. So even if we couldn't manage to collect all the features that we need, we can find some data set to test the AI model over. So this is the data set. Me and Dr. Kivzer already downloaded some of the CSV files. I think here we have some, yeah, here. So for example, here we have the CSV files with many features that we can have a look at. Some of the columns, maybe we can skip some of them, focus on something similar to the features that we are trying to collect from our application. These can be prepared and fed to the AI model in order to learn how to predict whether we have like an intrusion or not. I'm still trying to download the other parts of the data set. So maybe we'll have another meeting talking about the fields. I'll let the floor to Dr. Kivzer to talk about the data set and how to prepare it in order to fit to the machine learning. Now, my two questions. First of all, Hashem, I didn't find honestly your capstone document. I don't know why. Can you share it please with me and Dr. Kivzer, the capstone final documentation, because I think it has the database columns, right?
Yes, Professor. I
Okay.
can share it to you.
Okay,
Professor,
did
after
you-
the meeting?
Yeah, after the meeting or anytime, whenever you are free and have access to the document. And one thing, did you change any or did you add any columns to the database on the cloud?
Not yet, Professor. Like, I was not able to
That's fine. So
make.
can you please
yes,
share it with us so we can have a look at the columns and features that we have and map it with the features of the data set?
Sure, Professor.
Yeah, the other thing, Awad last time suggested to inject the Dodge Rat malware into some of our mobile applications. Did you manage to do that, Awad?
The Doge Rat, while I was working on it, the code on the GitHub repo just became obfuscated, so I used another malware called Andro Rat, which is
Okay.
way better. ANDRO Rat.
And it's also used to have a spy on the mic and
Yeah,
camera and
yeah, and
battery.
I was able to get access to the mic, the location, and the microphone.
Okay, perfect. That's perfect. So to how many applications did you infect it?
I did two different applications, one for Android 11 and then one for versions before Android 11 because they work
Okay.
differently.
Yeah, we have versions. Okay. So did you test it up to now?
Yeah.
Did you collect data? Did you collect
Yeah,
data while
yeah,
you are
yeah.
using these applications to the
I collected a handful of data, and then for the actual machine learning process, I just automated, I just expanded on it using just AI to make it large enough for a machine learning to learn from.
Okay, that's nice to hear. So I was looking into the page. I don't know if Dr. Kivzer have it. While you are downloading the data set, yeah, I have it here. Let me share my screen. Okay, let me share my screen. Okay, so as you can see here, from the same Canadian data set that I showed you, so we have the collected data samples, the features, and at the same time they shared with us here, as you can see, applications with some malware. So maybe you can use these APKs in order to test or gather data into your cloud. So what do you think? And here we have like APKs injected with some malware regarding adware, banking, been in normal applications, it means riskware, SMS. So I don't know if we can use them, for example, like the adware, maybe the banking to one of these data sets of APKs, maybe download them on the devices and try to collect data. What do you think?
Okay, I can try that. It's easy.
Okay. What about the cloud? How many data sets you are able to gather up to now?
For the focus of the creating datasets, I told I would focus on normal user camera behavior and for a specific app, and then suspicious camera behavior, and VJ was creating also another sample of data for normal microphone behavior and suspicious microphone behavior. So that was the focus. For the location stuff, there was no point because um, you don't actively use locations. It just takes a snap of your current location. So yeah, I created a large data set of microphone, and VJ did for camera, and VJ did microphone.
Okay, and all of these are in the data on the cloud?
A portion of it, the real portion of it, for me it's around 62 entries, but then to expand it to the thousands, I just I automated the process.
Okay, nice. I don't know, Dr. Kivzer, do you have anything to add?
Yeah, I just want to mention one thing. For the APKs, Dr. Huda mentioned the one with the B9 and Edwire, for instance. Pick some of them, and if you can, please extract the features exactly same features that you are extracting from your own current environment. Because we are going to build the model when we are training, and the model will be based on these APKs or the dataset, this Maldroid dataset. So the model will be based on this dataset features. So we need to make sure that our features that we are collecting from our current system is exactly matching or mapping with the same features we have. So that's why either we are going to change our program and maybe include more features so that it fits better with the dataset, Maldroid dataset, or we will maybe simplify the Maldroid column, some of the features, so that they are matching with our current environment. So we have now two things. So inshallah, if you can find a way to take a look at the Edwire or B9 or banking APKs and try to extract those features and save it to the cloud, then we can go to the next step. I'll tell you what to use in the next step for machine learning.
And maybe for the static comparison between the B9 and the Adware, for example, or banking injected, maybe Basil can help in this, maybe decompiling some of these APKs, and Basil knows how to look at the manifest, look at the permissions, what types of permissions that they should have, and what other types of permissions they granted by the injected malware. And I think, Hashim, we already have this automated and saved into the cloud, right?
Yes, Professor. So
Yes,
when we
Professor.
download these APKs in our phone, which has AV Secure in it, we can scan, and then the AV Secure will read every app, meaning that even the malware APK, and it will store all the intents and permissions into our Cloud DB.
So please try to download this data set of
Yes, Professor.
of what?
Professor,
Yes,
I don't
APK.
think these
Yeah.
are relevant, these APKs to what the project is doing. I'm looking through them right now. They don't cover the scope. Like for right now, for the AV Secure app is tracking hardware usage, right? It's tracking the permissions of installed apps to make sure that they match, and it also tracks the user behavior, meaning it tracks when they use the location, microphone, and the camera. None of these are that. SMS malware is for SMS. Banking malware for the ones that you just showed me. The banking malware is for logins and passwords and for CC. Adware is adware to root a device, things like that. It's not.
They are maybe trying to leak some of the data, and this is an addition target we added this in this co-op. Remember when I told you try to find some malware that make data leakage that we can detect.
Oh
for
yeah,
example.
I can do that, but the AV Secure right now in its state, it won't track this behavior.
You mean automatically the mic and camera?
Besides,
So
yeah, go ahead.
Professor, at the moment, AV Secure is able to track camera, location, and microphone.
Okay.
And at the same time, we also have this permission detection. Like we can detect all the permissions that are being asked by an application.
Yeah, exactly. So you have to do it manually. You mean you have to decompile, right? And check
No,
the
Professor.
permission.
No, you don't need to do anything of those sort. Like for example, if you download this APK, the malware APK, like the banking or that BI, and then we download it in the app in our phone, which has AV Secure in it.